must be so proud, huh?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. It's a real privilege to be a part of it. Yeah.
I mean, I have a little bit more time, so I'm gonna just tell me. It's a because I was watching it, and it's the type of movie that I just start crying because of the craftsmanship.
Wow.
It's
Yeah.
so incredibly well done. How did it arrive into your lives? Did you know how special this was going to be when you first started reading it, talking about it with Sam?
Well, with the first audition that we both had, they actually didn't send us the script. They only sent us a scene. You got sent 2 scenes,
Yeah.
but for my audition, I only had 1. And all I knew really that Sam was going to be directing it, and he was going to write it with Christy, and
that was enough.
And that was it, and I was ready.
Yeah.
And you know, but after reading that first scene, I sort of had a good kind of interpretation of who that man Blake was, you know, and I give it my best shot, and now I'm sitting here. So it was good.
Yeah. Yeah, likewise. The first I heard about it was that Sam Mendes was making a First World War film, and immediately, you know, Sam's pedigree of work, he's a master, so wanted to be involved in. But then those first 2 scenes that we had to audition with were just the most beautifully written scenes, like really beautiful. Like everything about this, the script was so sparse but so detailed, and you could feel it in the pages. Like, and I felt similarly to Dean. I was like, I feel like I know this man, which doesn't always happen. You know, with a character, sometimes the fun of it is right. How can I bring myself towards that? But this, I felt like I got him, or at least something to offer. So it was. And then when Sam said it was going to be in 1 shot, and what that would mean as a working process was just so inspiring. It was, yeah, it was thrilling.
Yeah, let's talk about that a little bit later, but just purely story-wise, for my viewers who haven't seen the film, of course, so why was this such an interesting war movie?
I think it's because it's just told on such a human level. It's not a story about a certain battle. It's not a film. It's not an educational film on war at all. You don't have to know anything about the First World War. You don't have to know anything about the 2 men, you know, to watch the film. And the thing is that with this film, it's not just a watch, it's an experience. It's an immersive experience that really, the best benefit of getting that experience is to watch it in cinema. And it really is a roller coaster when you watch it. And yeah, it's an experience.
Because you're both so young, obviously, so how much does the First World War hold your interest? Did you know much about it? Did you have to research a lot?
I knew a bit about it because I'd done 2 other jobs in the past, playing someone in the First World War, but I'd never done anywhere near as much research as excuse me, for this. And I think there was a number of different learnings that came with it. Firstly, I think because, as Dean said, the story's so human, and it's about the human experience above anything, that understanding it in that sense and from a personal sense, it then gave a greater perspective on that catastrophic loss of life. But you know, the First World War, I think, is it's a kind of bizarre. It's actually, there's quite a few parallels to that. Like, we're not in a world war now, but just in terms of the First World War, they're at this industrial, social, the sort of, I don't know if apex is the right word, but like the point of shift. You know, that the world was different before and after, not just because of the war, but how we were operating as humans. And I think we're in a similar kind of like crossover point in a massive sort of, so many kind of shifts in culture and industry right now. So it's yeah, it feels like it resonates with the now as well.
No, absolutely. And then, of course, the technical side of it. So for you as the actor, so the one take technique, let's say, how was it? How much rehearsal and stuff did that entail?
We did 6 months. 6 months rehearsals before shooting. And a lot of that was just to sort of measure the set and how much trench we needed. You know, the thing is with this film, the scene needed to be the length of the set, and the set needed to be the length of the scene every time. And you know, so the first week of rehearsals, we were walking around in an open field with nothing there, just me, George, and Sam. You know, just sort of running up and down like lunatics in the middle of a field, just, you know, making sure that the set is how long we needed it to be. You know, and in them 6 months, we did research. We went to Belgium, and we went to France, and there's some amazing stuff over in Belgium and France, you know, on the First World War. You know, and we did military training. We worked with a military advisor, and just to really understand what it was like to be a soldier in 1917.